Make sure our stream works. I haven't really been on the stream for a little bit. Trying a little go-kart action today. If I could actually log on my phone, would be great. Actually log on my phone. All right, it works. All right, cool. Oh, of course it's going to, there we go. All right, cool. So, what we're doing today, this is my very first go-kart build, believe it or not. So this is a Predator212 engine. I think it's rated at like 5 or 6 horsepower or something a little bit. Here, I'll show you what it normally looks like, not apart. So, this is my go-kart. It's a Predator212 Hemi over here. And what we do is we have a bunch of parts that we want to put into the go-kart. So I thought it would be cool to stream some. And I thought it'd be cool not to push buttons. There we go. Stream some. And may or may not be a little boring at times, but how often do you actually get to see somebody stream, like, really building something live? And doing it daily, which is probably what I'm trying to do, at least for the next couple days, because it's gorgeous outside. Sorry for floor for a couple of months, so we were really offline for a while, but for now, this RedHat Mavs channel is going to be RedHat Mavs channel. We're going to be doing the same things. We're still going to be gaming. Me and Mav are still going to go at it, trying to beat each other in gaming, but we're adding some new content. So what happened over the winter is I bought 3 go-karts. Actually, really 2, and one I kind of gave to my friend. All really awesome. Well, one is Little Mavs. We've done a little bit of showing of that. He's repainted it. All of that is up on our page on Facebook. So you can kind of check it out there. And what I am looking for is I want to be able to get the messages up that you guys send. So let me do that real quick. Just so if you're asking questions, I can actually answer them. It would be fantastic, right? Just bear with me 2 seconds. Here we go. Excellent. What up, Rain? How's it going? There we go. Cool. So anyways, Mav's got a cart, I've got a cart, so that ought to be pretty neat. Let me show you where we're at on some of these carts. So this is my cart. See here, those are for diagnostic purposes only, which I'll show you at one point how you can go and tune a go-kart or a moped or whatever you're using that has a small 4-stroke engine. I don't do 2 strokes. Maybe one day we'll get into that. But this is like standard, run-of-the-mill, fresh, clean, pressure wash motor. That's what some people use it for. On this cart, we have a exhaust. Don't mind the hole where I messed up welding. We have a catch can that helps run our pulse pump. The pulse pump fuels it. We have a carburetor, which everybody calls me crazy for using. I mean, it is pretty big, but I don't know about crazy. 1 second here. Okay, cool. Alright, it's running a Juggernaut torque converter 30 series. We've already blown this belt off clean when driving it. Some cool things on this guy. I bought a see-through, so you can see the flywheel. Here, I can show you. So you can actually see the flywheel move when it's on. What we'll do is we'll drive this bad boy. I will try live. I'm not sure how well it'll work live, but we will try that. We'll try that at some point. So today, what are you doing, Mav? Well, I've never actually taken an engine apart. So we had this extra Predator engine. So I grabbed it and, well, I took it apart. We have a lot of internals and stuff, but what I figured I want to do is let's break it on here before we break it on my own cart, right? So I'm figuring out how I'm going to take the governor off this. This will also be our backup engine. Here's cart number 2 over here. It's got a lot of junk on it, but it also has a similar setup. We both have suspension, decent suspension here. Nice coilovers running on it. His cart's a little bigger than mine. Without all the junk on it's better, but he's also running a standard Predator212 engine. We're trying to keep our setups close to the same. He's got a Mikuni 28. He's got the nice muffler. He's got the pulse pump. Pretty much I'm kind of in charge of his engine stuff, and he's gonna redo the entire front of his go-kart. So I was like, more power to you, bro. It's like, I want to figure out how the internals of this engine work. I do have some go fast bits for my cart, so we'll kind of need to rinse and repeat just slightly a little bit of what we're doing. Hopefully we didn't lose anything here. Oh no, we're good. So what we got is a hot 265 cam, or it might be a 308 cam. I think it might be a 308 cam. So we got a new cam, got a new head, valve springs in it, which is great. And we have our connecting rod. So this will, to be honest, it probably ain't going to gain us all that much. I mean, the cam is going to gain us some serious speed, since we already have 26-pound springs in it. But outside of the cam, I think everything else is really kind of for looks. But so what we need to do is find you guys a wonderful place to sit you down so that you can still see. And then I am going to, the idea here of what I want to do is I'm going to take this out, I want to get the governor out of this. What the governor does is it basically limits the speed of which the engine can go. So by default, when you buy one of these motors, it's a Predator speed of like around 6,500 RPMs, something like that. Maybe I'm sorry, not 6,500, 3,600, maybe 3,800 at the very, very top. That's the maximum it'll go. And with how we're set up, with what I was talking about earlier, with the torque converters, and I'll show you that again, with these torque converters, the more RPMs, the faster your go-kart goes. So we need more RPMs, and we need them stat. This cart here does about 45. I think when we do the cam and stuff, we might get it to like around 50-ish. That's kind of the goal. Don't really want to go any faster than that, because these are my off-roads. I'll show you Little Mavs is more of an on-road. I'm going to see if I can make this any better real quick. So if you guys bear with me. got like 0 audio on my phone is so messed up, my regular phone, Rain. Let me know if you get audio, Rain. Piece of junk. Piece of junk. Oh, so much where we're going. Counterclockwise. Alright, now we're all set. So we're gonna go ahead and yank this arm out. Beep, 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 beep. Like, I get it why people don't post these without, like, put it on YouTube and have the quick and make you go crazy fast. But I'll tell you what, there have been so many times where I could just wanted to ask a question. It was like for this governor, for instance, I'm kind of doing this just freehand. I've never done it. But it would have been nice to ask somebody that's actually done it, like Redbeard's Garage or one of those guys, like, how did you do this or how did you do that? So we're trying to take that opportunity. It's going to take us a while to actually build back up because I took a break. I mean, we were running 50 to 100 people concurrently a day on some across our different stream platforms, but there was a small break. Plus, it was just Warzone. How much Warzone can one watch? Well, the answer to that is a lot. But we're going to keep doing Warzone, but just keep adding new content. I'm hoping my buddy will be streaming his new content soon, because that's going to be really lit. Because we'll have him on. And hopefully Brontosaurus Rex starts streaming again. I don't know what happened to him. Kind of disappeared on us a little bit. Happens. Maybe try it on his own, that kind of thing, which is cool. I always support that. It just, ultimately, it sucks. I'd rather somebody freaking got me on theirs than did it myself. But since we did all that work to get our channel together, I'm not gonna undo it. All right. So here's one. Now, as a matter of fact. So this piece here is, as you can see that, and what this is this, when it's going around in the circle, it's scooping the oil and it's splashing the oil all over the place. That's what this doodaddy here is. We'll be replacing it with this shiny, new, beautiful billet version. It's also stronger. Bigger, better, stronger, etc. You know, standard. All right, so we got that. Just need that piston to come out. Would be phenomenal. Yeah. Whoa! Well, I'm glad I'm not reusing that piston. Good Lord, that shot right out. Ha! So this is the piston that was in the previous motor. It shot right out on me. Goodness. I didn't want it to go to crap, but I wasn't expecting it to freaking completely shoot out. Alright, I'll show you some stuff about the piston before we break into my engine. For some reason don't look in the right order to me, but maybe they are. I'll have to double check. The piston rings are what keep all the oil from just going out the front. So, might just disconnect from this Wi-Fi. Thank you. No, there we go. This is going to be like a Alright, so we got the piston out. Now the idea, what we want to get out, I wouldn't mind getting the crankshaft out. I think. There we go. Cool. So this is the crankshaft. I don't see a lot of these for sale for whatever reason. So basically, this guy, which is your piston, sits on this dude here, and then this guy spins around and the piston goes up and down and up and down, and this guy spins back and forth on it. That's how engines work. The reason why we're taking this out is because I was trying to take a pair of pliers and it wouldn't work to get the governor out. And the governor is right there. Hopefully you may or may not be able to see it, but I can help out here. So if you look inside here, that's what we don't want, because, well, we want to go faster than 3,600 RPMs. But I swear, I freaking pulled and pulled on this C-clamp to get it to pop, and it's still not wanting to come out. I don't know why. So we're gonna go at it. I've heard from a bunch of people or read online. Some people get these out in like 2 seconds, and then others, it seems like me, have all kinds of trouble getting them out. And mine is only because I'm in and out, or is it more continuous? And just my phone is a piece of crap. Let me know, Rain, or anybody else. Is the stream steady and it's just working, or is it going in and out? Because my phone, my monitoring phone where I see the chat, not the actual regular one, keeps saying be right back and stuff like that. There we go. Got Tanya Hardin out. Looks like Tanya Hardin did the job. Woohoo! I wouldn't second guess her anyway. There we go. So this was the guy that we needed out desperately. So what happens is, and I'll show you. See these two little dudes in here? Basically, this guy will start spinning. And when it gets up to a certain amount of speed of spinning, it'll tell the engine no more fuel for you, and it'll cut the fuel. Or in some engines, it'll cut the air. And what happens then is then you're just limited to once this guy says no more. So you yank this guy out, you don't have that problem anymore. Now your engine will spin as fast as it possibly can, given the parts that you have in it. That is important. Your engine's not going to just go 100 miles an hour because you pulled it out. I'll do, most likely right off the bat, probably get maybe 500 or 1,000 more RPMs. Should be great. Alright, and then the other thing they say to do is cut this with a Dremel. We're going to do that. And that's the, I'll show you actually so that you can know what I'm cutting. So on the, where we had the governor before in here, there's this little nice little wiggly guy here. This was to help govern the throttle. So we no longer need the wiggles. So what we'll do is we'll go top of this real quick, which should be fun because I love the Dremel. Hey boo boo, what you doing? I'm dremeling metal, you geek. All right, let's see here. Just be right back. I'm just looking for the Dremel. In here somewhere. Where art thou, Dremel? Oh, I know where it is. There we go. Success! We have Dremel. For those who are not familiar with what a Dremel is, you're missing out on life. These things are amazing. This is a Dremel. Basically, it spins at 10,000 RPMs. Anything you stick on the end of it will just chop right through whatever you want. Super sweet, super amazing, super awesome. So we are going to put on the right head for our Dremel and then get our chop on. have that. Ouch. Yeah, that extra piece of metal we do not need. There we go. Okie dokie. Ow. Hurt. Piece of metal in my finger. I had a piece of metal in my foot yesterday. That super crazy hurt. Thermal pads here. We shouldn't need much. Maybe one. Alright, so setting up the Dremel is really easy. Basically, it consists of this little head thing here. You need a little wheel like this. You unscrew the screw on top of the head. Beep, 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 beep. You put the little Dremel wheel. So when you buy the kit, you get a bunch of these little wheels. It'll say for cutting wood, for cutting metal, for cutting anything. So you just kind of guess, and then it's real easy to switch them in and out. You just take that screw and then you're putting it. Don't want to be blind, can't play Warzone if you can't see, although I'm sure somebody's proved that wrong, but still, you don't want to play Warzone if you can't see. How about that? For the naysayers out there. Alright, so it has this little dude here. It comes in really big handy for getting everything tightened back up. Let's see, maybe go this way, I believe. Yep, there we go. Okay. So you're going to want it really tight, otherwise the blade will spin. Without the Dremel. There we go. Alright, cool. So now what we need is a plug, which I believe I have one right here. Okay. Then last but not least, eye protection. Eye protection on a Dremel is 100% mandatory. If you want to use gloves, feel free. I'm not a glove guy unless I'm doing welding. That's mandatory, or plasma cutting, like anything where you can lose a finger, use gloves. So I just use regular glasses, high quality, not Walmart $5 glasses. Never had a problem, knock on wood. Let me show you what we're gonna cut. So we're cutting this piece right here, because we no longer need it. That's the guy that does the little flippy flap inside there. That's from the governor before. We no longer need that piece. So we're gonna pull her as far out as we possibly can. There we go. Take the Dremel and zip it off. Let's do this, huh? There it is. It tried to fall back in on me. Now you want to get it to maintain a bit of speed, so you don't want to push real hard. You'll either crack the little piece that you're using, or it'll take forever because you don't have enough speed, like I'm having a problem now with. The higher the speed you can keep it running at, the quicker it's going to cut through that metal. So don't be impatient and just push it all the way through. Voila! Now that little cranky arm inside that was holding the governor should be able to come out with no problem. And what we'll need to do is find a bolt that will replace it. There we go. No more little arm. No more governor. Let me know if you got any questions on the way, or you can chuck in the comments and I'll answer them later. If you get comments after this has gone into reading, you can like, subscribe, Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube. We always appreciate it. We do giveaways. I'll have some go-kart giveaways coming up soon, and we do some computer giveaways as well. Plenty of people can attest to the thousands of dollars that we have given away since we started this channel, and that will continue just because I like it, not because it's a requirement. We just like to have fun and like you guys to be able to play with us. So we also give away a lot of games too, I've noticed. So we need to get back on that, give away even more games, etc. Alright, so now that we finally finished with that, really want to try to break one of my friend's lights. What I want to do is two things. One, I want to put this cam really bad into that motor over there because I think it's going to make it run super dope. But two, one of the things I was very, very interested in, since I don't know how old this engine is, all I know is it's a Predator212, not Hemi. So I don't know how old it is, how many hours it's got on it. We don't know anything about it. Okay, cool. Go-kart giveaway? Yeah, it'll be pretty interesting. So one of the things that you can do, that's what we lost on the ground somewhere. I need to find a push rod. You can look inside of the barrel, the cylinder head. It's not really cylinder head, cylinder shaft. What do they call that? Cylinder something. Anyways, where the head of the cylinder actually goes up and down. And what you're looking for is pitting, scratching, burnt, like complete char, and cross-hatching. Everything except for the cross-hatching is bad. Cross-hatching is what you want. So you want to look at it, and that's when it goes this way and this way, back and forth. You want that. And you don't want anything else. So I'm having a quick look inside of here. And what I think I'll do is I will grab you and your flash. Oh, that's what we're talking about. Okay. So I am a little concerned on a couple of parts, but for the most part it looks good. If I can get this to stay, that would be the most epic part. I'm trying to see here. Just stay in there. Stay in there. What is it bouncing off of in here? This is really oily. Okay, cool. So what we're looking for in here is you're looking to see is anything like burnt up, broke, nasty. Let's take our thing and dry some out here and see if we can see anything. So what I do see is some scoring up and down. It really doesn't like that light. I can see scoring up and down. I'll show it to you here. See that down here? See if we can get it in the zoom. There we go. See how that's scored? Where you can see it's scratched up and down. It should all look like this. See this nice cross hatching right here? This is what it should look like in here. This is what it should not look like in here. So that's kind of bad. I've seen a lot worse, but it's definitely bad. There's a lot of chipping, it looks like. It must have really eat through some metal. I'm going to clean this out a little bit and see what we got here. And then what we could do is, I do actually have a tool that will let us, not good. So you can see all right here. You can see where the piston, I'm guessing it sat for a long time. We're going to look at the other side now. See how that looks. See if we can get, this light wants to give us a break here. Works. I'm gonna go get a flashlight. Screw this light. This light is a piece of shit. It can suck it. Alright, let's find us a flashlight. Now I won't show what we have tool wise here, but what I will say, at our secret hot location here, we got every tool known to man for the most part. That's why we're working over here. And it's a little quieter, so I'm not bothering anybody. I am going to bother my friend for having a drawer full of flashlights that don't have batteries. Seriously? Not one with a battery? That's just not acceptable. It's a whole drawer of, but not one of them has a battery in it. Jeez, my friend. What you doing there? Alright, so we'll go with plan B. I think there's another one of those blinky ass flashlights that maybe has a little. It's kind of. We'll just keep on looking here. I guess plan C, we just go and just do it. Or what we should do is take a break and go for a ride. What do you guys think of that? I think that's about a ride without my helmet. My wife. One, so I can get my go-kart out and ready. So let's see here. Find a good place to sit you. Give you a solid look at. You can't see any engine with it turned that way. Let's flip you around, huh? There we go. How about that for a be right back screen? I think that's dope. Yes, test drive. I think everybody would rather see a test drive. And then we'll get back to working on the cart, but I mean, you need to make sure it works, right? Before you upgrade it. That's like one of the number one things that you can do when you're working on anything computer or mechanics and you're about to do an upgrade. Rule number one, make sure it works before you upgrade it. You could be sitting trying to figure out why an upgrade didn't work for 6 months. And it could have nothing to do with the upgrade whatsoever. It was broke before you started. So, my recommendation to you, do a test drive of your computer or of your go-kart or whatever it is you're working on before you upgrade it. Make sure you test everything. Computer-wise, you should be trying video games, anything. If you could run a CPU program to like smash your CPU, what is that? CPU test, stressor, CPU ID. So if you use CPU ID and do the benchmark stressor, that's a good one. Highly recommend that. And I'll show you guys the start of the cart. I'm just moving some stuff out the way so that we could actually start the cart. So don't worry, you'll get all the action. I'm not sure it's going to stream, but we'll try it. It'll definitely stream enough to start it. What I'm afraid of, and most likely to happen here, and I can turn you to face me now. There you go. Let's move this. Oh, hello there. Move this out the way. There you go. There. Now I can talk to you and you can see me. that is kind of neat. Okay, just moving a couple more cables out the way here, getting a couple of more. Alright, that's already all tied up on that. Let's get this tied up. Ooh, there. There you go. Alright, cool. Okay, we want to turn the gas off, because we won't be in the garage for a minute, so we don't want it blowing up on us. Alright, I think we've got pretty much everything prepared and ready to go. Oh, are you good? Okay. Jack slash dyno tester. We put them up on the jack in order to test out the carts and to dyno them. Well, kind of eyeball dyno them and sound. Get to hear how fast. We're going to build a dyno, I think, at some point, just because it'll make it nicer and easier to figure out how much power we've gained. But for now, we do it all by feel. Alright, so before I turn this on and it gets so loud you won't be able to hear, what we're going to need to do. Let's see here. Let's see your chat window. There we go. Okay. Alright. You still with me, Rain? Let me know with a thumbs up. I'm gonna try and check the oh, I'll have to switch this over to oh, I know what I can do. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright, we're gonna have to do a fast switch here. We're gonna switch us over to to our mobile internet. Check secondary on switch. Check. Okay. Alright. So now that we have that, what we need to do is we're going to put her on choke. We're going to turn up the gas a little bit. And away we go. I knew that was going to happen. It happens every time. It tries to kill me. Uh-oh. Alright, and try again. Here we go. So basically, it needs to warm up for about 2 minutes before we can take it out. Hopefully you can hear me. 2 minutes, and then we'll go on a spin. So we've now taken the choke off. We've taken the choke off. This is the choke right here. When it's down, it's on. When it's up, it's off. So we needed to take the choke off. Now we're just going to let her warm up just for another minute here. I got to figure out how to tether you guys on with me. So we'll figure that out. It's purring a little bit more like a kitten, at least as far as go-kart terms are concerned. The Wi-Fi over to